He was the king of one of the most powerful kingdoms in medieval Europe. He could have used his authority to accumulate wealth and crush his enemies. Instead, he became famous for something very different, sitting beneath a tree, listening personally to ordinary people and trying to make justice available to everyone. That man was Saint Louis IX, King of France. Born in 1214, he became king while still very young after the death of his father. His mother, Blanche of Castile, served as regent and played a decisive role in his formation. From childhood, Louis received a deeply Christian education and learned to see the crown not as a privilege but as a responsibility before God. When he took full control of the kingdom, he worked to strengthen justice and peace. He supported hospitals and monasteries and introduced important legal reforms. One of his most significant actions was opposing judicial duels, in which disputes were settled through combat. Louis wanted truth to be discovered through justice, not through violence. But the king also had a great ambition: to help reclaim the Holy Land. In 1248, he departed on the Seventh Crusade with his wife, Margaret of Provence. The expedition ended disastrously. Louis was captured in Egypt and had to pay an enormous ransom to regain his freedom. After returning to France, he could have abandoned his ideals. Instead, he continued working for peace, justice, and the church. He also began construction of the Sainte-Chapelle, one of the great masterpieces of medieval architecture, built to house important relics of Christ's Passion, including the crown of thorns. Louis became so respected that rulers from other nations sought his judgment in disputes. He also supported education and culture, maintaining connections with great scholars of his time, including Saint Bonaventure and Saint Thomas Aquinas, and supporting the development of what would become the Sorbonne. But the final chapter of his life was once again marked by a crusade. In 1270, he departed for Tunis, hoping to bring the Sultan to Christianity. Disease soon spread through his army. Louis himself became sick and died on August 25th, far from his homeland. His reputation for holiness spread rapidly, and he was canonized in 1297 by Pope Boniface VIII, only 27 years after his death. He became one of the most famous lay rulers ever canonized and remains the patron saint of France. Saint Louis IX reminds us that true authority is not about domination, but service. A king can wear a crown and still remain on his knees before God. In the end, the greatest treasure of a ruler is not the size of his kingdom, but the justice and good he leaves behind for his people.